This lesson is going to discuss graphing in standard form. We're going to learn how to graph both in vertex and in standard form for this chapter. Alright, so here you'll see just kind of the things that we're going to look at and help us determine of how we graph in standard form. So first we have to decide which direction our parabola is going to open. If A is 0 or is bigger than 0, basically the coefficient of x squared is greater than 0 or positive, our graph will open up, and the graph is also going to have a minimum. If A is negative or A is less than 0, then our graph will open down and it'll have a maximum. In order to find our axis of symmetry, just like we did previously, we're going to use the formula x equals the opposite of b over 2 times a. Then obviously we're going to get a and b from the equation. Then to find my vertex, I'm going to plug in that x value that I found for my axis of symmetry into my equation. Determining the maximum minimum, obviously you can see if it opens up, if it opens down, it'll have a maximum. If it opens up, it's going to have a minimum. We look at the values to help us that'll later help us determine our domain and range. And then we know our y-intercept is going to be 0, whatever the constant value is, or whatever the c value here on the end is. All of this information is going to help us kind of develop our graphs for these quadratic functions. Okay, before we start graphing, we're going to do a little talk about domain and range for this. So we're going to look at both if it opens up and if it opens down. The nice thing about quadratic functions is that your domain, regardless of what direction it opens, is going to always be all real numbers. Your range is going to be determined partially by whether it opens up or down. So if your graph opens up, like we said, your vertex is a minimum. So this point right down here, this is the vertex, and it's a minimum because it is obviously at the bottom, and it's the smallest value. So your range, so that means that's the smallest value. All of the other y values have to be larger than that. So then that tells you that your range is going to be y is greater than or equal to whatever your minimum value is. And in this case, you would actually plug in a number here. So for example, the range on this one is that y is greater than or equal to, this point here is negative 3, 2. So it'd be y is greater than or equal to 2. In terms of if it opens down, it just switches a little bit in terms of the direction our inequality symbols go, because this vertex here is now a maximum. So that value is the highest value it's ever going to be. So obviously that's the highest, so all of the other y values are lower, so then y is going to be less than or equal to your maximum value. Once again, here you would plug in a number here for this maximum value. So in this example here, this point is 2, 5, so the max value is 5, so then I have y is greater than or equal to 5, because remember, the y coordinate of your vertex is always your minimum or your maximum value. Alright, so then let's put this all together so we can graph. So the first thing that we're going to decide is let's just decide what A, B, and C are. In this case, A is negative 1, B is negative 2, and C is 3. So then I first want to determine how does it open. Well, I look, A is negative 1, that is negative, and it's less than 0, so this graph is going to open down. So I know in general, it's going to shape like a parabola, and it'll face, the ends of my parabola will face down. Then I need to find my axis of symmetry, and then we're going to do this by doing opposite of B over 2 times A. B is a negative 2, so the opposite of that is a positive 2, over 2 times negative 1. So that is 2 over negative 2, which is negative 1. So I get an axis of symmetry of negative 1. Then I need to find my vertex, so I'm going to plug in that x value into my equation. And then just use order of operations to simplify. Negative 1 squared is 1. The opposite of that would be negative 1. Negative 2 times negative 1 is a positive 2. Negative 1 plus 2 is 1, and then 1 plus 3 is 4, so I find my vertex to be negative 1, 4, so I can go ahead and plot that point. Since it opens down, I know that my vertex is a maximum, and it would be of 4 at x equals -1. Again, this is just to help us when we go to look at our domain and range. My y-intercept is 0, whatever my c value is, so that is 0, 3. So I can go ahead and plot that point. My domain is all real numbers. And then my range, since it's opens down, I know is going to be y is less than or equal to, since it's a maximum, whatever my maximum value is, which is 4. Okay, so now I have to figure out some other points. Well, one thing that can help us is I know that this line here, that is our axis of symmetry, that my graph is symmetric across that line. So, for example, that means all of my points can reflect over the line. So that means that this point here, that is our y-intercept, there's a symmetric point the same distance away from my axis of symmetry on the other side. So I can plot a point at -2, 3. So notice it's same at the same y value, 1 unit away. Then I can just simply plug in another number that's around my vertex, find that point, and reflect it across my axis of symmetry. So here, let's plug in x equals 1 to my equation. So 1 squared is 1. The opposite of that would be a -1. -2 times 1 is -2. -1 minus 2 is -3. -3 plus 3 is 0. So I find a point at 1, 0, which I can then reflect. I can see that that's 2 spots away from my axis of symmetry, so 2 spots away. The other side, I'm also going to have a point at y equals 0, and there is my parabola. So we're going to kind of do the same thing here. First, we'll figure out what A, B, and C are. So A is 1, B is -8, and C is 12. It opens, A I can see here is +1, so it's going to open up. My axis of symmetry, I'm going to use opposite of B over 2 times A. B is a -8, so the opposite of that is a +8, over 2 times 1. So that is 8 over 2, which is 4. So I find my axis of symmetry to be x equals 4. So then I need to find my vertex, so I plug in 4. This is 16 minus 32 plus 12. 16 minus 32 is -16. And then I do minus 32, or sorry, plus 12. And then -16 plus 12 is a -4. So my vertex is 4, -4. So I can go ahead and plot that point right there. Since it opens down, that will be a minimum of my y value is -4 at x equal 4. My y-intercept is 0, my c value, so that is 0, 12. My domain is the same, so it's all real numbers. And then my range, I know it's going to be y is greater than or equal to -4, since it opened up, and that's a minimum. My y-intercept is actually just going to fall off the graph up here, but I can still reflect it over to the other side. So I see that it is 1, 2, 3, 4 spots away. So 1, 2, 3, 4 spots on the other side. I'll also have a point at y equals 12. I can then plug in another number. Let's just go with, we'll plug in 1 again. It really doesn't matter what numbers you plug in. I would just suggest plugging in numbers that are around your vertex. So we get 1 squared times 8, or minus 8 times 1 plus 12. 1 squared is 1. 8, -8 times 1 is -8 plus 12. 1 minus 8 is -7. Negative 7 plus 12 is 5. So I have a point at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can see that is 1, 2, 3 spots away. So 3 spots away on the other side. I will also have a point at y equal 5. And then I can just draw in my parabola. All right, so this one again, we know we can find our a, so a equals negative 1, b equals negative 6, c equals negative 5. A is negative, so we'll open it down. To find my axis of symmetry, I do opposite of b over 2 times a again. B is a negative 6, so the opposite of that is a positive 6. I do 2 times negative 1, so that is 6 divided by negative 2, which is negative 3, so I get x equals negative 3 as my axis of symmetry. Then to find my vertex, I plug that in. Negative 3 squared is 9, so that becomes the opposite of negative, and the opposite of that is negative 9, so I get negative 9 plus 18 minus 5, which becomes 9 minus 5, which is 4. So my vertex is negative 3, 4. If I can plot that, I will also draw in my axis of symmetry. This will be a maximum, since it opens down, of 4 at x equals negative 3. My y-intercept is 0. My c value set is 0, negative 5. So I can plot that point. And then that's 3 units away, so then 3 units on the other side, I can then reflect my point right there. Domain, again, is all real numbers. And then your range, since it opens down, and negative 5, 4 is your biggest value, that will be y is less than or equal to 4. So to find another value, let's plug in negative 1 this time. Again, like I said, it doesn't matter, just try and plug in numbers that are around your vertex. So I get the opposite of negative 1 squared minus 6 times negative 1 minus 5. Negative 1 squared is 1. The opposite of that is negative 1. Negative 6 times negative 1 is a positive 6. Negative 1 plus 6 is 5. And then 5 minus 5 is 0. So I get negative 1, 0. And then I can reflect that over. So then I'm going to draw in my parabola. All right, so then this graph here, why don't you go ahead, try this one on your own, and then I'm just going to work through this solution here without talking over the answers so you can see how the answer works out.